Alright, this is Jerry Diamond. How to get out of Babylon, Flat Earth Homeland. The heart of the Craton. I gotta just recover from that. I'm gonna read another thing here, a poem, and then that will be it. I can't do this. I just can't do it and survive. I got grounded. I put a system in. I got a wire out the front door and poked it down on the ground with a stake and hammered it in and tapped it in and anchored it with a cinder block and should be grounded tonight. And then I need to start exercising. So this is about, and I'm going to read it with no comments. I may have to bite my tongue, but I read it through once already and I was good and I didn't make any comments. I might come back and do more comments later. I may come back to it probably another time. I think I'm just going to read it. So, the land twixt the hills is, the Rockies, Appalachians. Remembrance, I am the land lying twixt the hills, by Edwin Woolsey. A fond farewell to dear acquaintance too soon dismissed, like countless white clouds brushing the unblemished face of an azure sky, momentarily casting darker shades indiscriminately on sun-dappled slopes, while far above the red-tailed hawk reverently circles in contemplation of the land lying twixt the hills. Here the memory resides of those who have walked deep within the unseen valley. All knew me and were known of mine. But too quickly they passed, unaware of those who came before. Yet I know their names. I remember. I am the land lying twixt the hills. First to the Hopewell, then the Mississippian. I was the mighty Cahokia, rival of the Olmec, Toltec, and Maya. Next came the Osage, South, Fox, and disowned Delaware. Although I mothered them all, they called me the father of waters, and genderless so I became. In time, these also passed into the shadow of the land lying twixt the hills. Whisper softly the Spaniard's name, Ponce de Leon, trekking through my woodlands. He drank his elixir from the multitude of my gurgling streams. De Soto sought his El Dorado beyond each expectant ridge. Eyes too near the ground, the man failed to see my gold of autumn hickory, brilliantly blazing above his head. Sadly they passed forgotten in the land lying twixt the hills. Next came the French, as La Salle walked my broad shore, claiming Galena, hidden deep within my bedrock, later for Napoleon's war. To my Frankish guest, I was the native homeland of the Arkansas, and thus he gave me my new name, the Ozarks. Later the English and the Welsh accompanied Boone to the same rugged Ozarks. Looking further west, I became their door. However, one by one, each softly slipped below the gloom of the land lying twixt the hills. The Germans settled at the watery brink of my two great rivers, the Catholics to the east, the Protestants to the north. Soon the forlorn Irish found their way, broken and hungry, lambs of the gentle shepherd, Father Hogan. Lovingly I embraced them, deep within their wilderness home. Every evening, beneath a bedazzled starry sky, I visited the warmth of each glowing hearth, quietly listening to their merry jigs and reels. But just as breath fails the silvery flute, and a faltering note trembles and dies upon the harp string, those of the emerald shore faded and were no more in the land lying twixt the hills. Yet I remember. Although others might forget, still I know the forgotten very well. I am Missouri, the mother and the father of great waters. And these were all my children. Regardless of creed, color, or descent, they were my own kind. I saw them come and patiently lingered to watch them pass in their own order. I am the heartland, the living embodiment of memory. I am the land lying twixt the hills. I am Missouri. And that was this is a picture of the guy, Edwin Woolsey, and he wrote that. I got that in the latest edition of State of the Ozarks, SOTO, SOTO. So, just so I wasn't being a total copycat, I'm calling my address, and I'm going to try to do weekly SOTOP, State of the Ozark Plateau, like a news thing, kind of a history, what's happening, settlements, new incoming immigrants, that type of thing, relocation. Oh, and Oprah, Ozark Plateau Remnant Relocation Association headquarters. There you go. 2 R's. I don't want to use the word refugee because it's got so much bad connotation now worldwide. So I like remnant and relocation. So remnant relocation. That has to happen. That will happen. It is going to happen. So anyway, that's about it there. I'll probably come back to this later. I just don't feel like doing more right now. Just yeah. I got going on it. I didn't read anything. I talked for an hour before I even started reading this, and I finally read it, and then I kept going and covered Jeremiah and Judah and Scythia and Parthia and Jeremiah and Tetefi and Ireland and Scotland and Scottish Declaration of Independence and Arkansas River and read Jeremiah 40. This is your homework. Read Jeremiah 43:3. Read Jeremiah 1, especially like 10 and 11. Read Ezekiel 17. And tell me what Jeremiah builded and planted. Pray tell, pray tell. Where's I going? Okay. Ask 100 pastors, 100 Bible college teachers, 100 university professors, Christian professors. Ask them what he did. They won't be able to tell you. Ezekiel 17, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. This is the only riddle in the Old Testament. Samson had their little, out of the strong shall come sweet, and out of the eater shall come food, meat, little couplet puzzle riddles, but this is a coded message. 24 verses. Explain it to me. Write in a comment if you think you know what it is. And then Jeremiah 1. Your homework. See, I have set thee this day over the nations and over the kingdoms to root out, to pull down, to destroy, to throw down. He prophesied against many nations, and they fell. And we all stopped there. To build and to plant. What did he plant? What did he build? Yeah, you tell me, man. Mystery, mystery, mystery. Le scepter. Scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Explain that one. Explain that one. Oh, yeah. Every one of these is amazing. All right. Fading, as my son-in-law would say. I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. I think that was it. Right. Hey, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are remnant. Yeah. Get on note. Yeah. You know, if you're out there, I mean, I had one person wrote in and said, you know, I'm in the Northwest. I guess I'm toast. And I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't. I don't know. Judgment is gonna happen. I mean, read the book of Revelation. Read all of Scripture. You know, Messiah said, basically, don't be under the Tower of Siloam. Well, the Tower of Siloam fell on the just and the unjust, so nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen. Let's be bemoaning this whole thing and how many people are going to die. One time, and my granddaughter was like, "Grandpa, you beat yourself up too much over this." She said, "Jesus said the Tower of Siloam fell on the just and the unjust, and it's just the way it is. Judgment comes, bad people die. Good people die too, Grandpa." They were good people, Grandpa. They were just dumb people. So, you know, I mean, if you know the tower's going to fall, just don't be there. You know, the wise see danger and get out of the way. The foolish go on and are destroyed. I mean, that's Proverbs. You know, when you see the beast coming down the path, get out of the way. Don't be there. So, I had one time a sister call me, and we were doing Pilgrim's products. Had about 3,000 customers around the country, and if you think you're all alone, we heard that. Several hundred of them we called them on a regular basis. We had people that ordered, and they just ordered, and that was it. You know, one order, two orders, but there were people that were regular, you know, customers, and every new product we picked up, they would buy it. And as coincidence would have it, synchronicity, providence, you know, we've been going to Prophecy Club way back to Denver. And if there was a meeting, we were there. If it was a Patriot meeting, we were there. If there was a militia meeting, we were there. We had our kids in our arms and by our sides. We didn't shield them. We didn't, you know, pull any punches. I mean, they went with us to the point where they got bored with all the terrifying things they heard. Yeah, well, if you hear as many long as I have, you get bored. But I'm sitting there with the Prophecy Club newsletter on my lap and open to the middle, which was a map of the United States, continental United States, and nuclear explosion, little mushroom clouds all over, where this guy, Dimitri Duderman, a guy that used to smuggle Bibles into Romania under the communist government, and then he came over here and, you know, Lord sent, he had visions and all kinds of stuff. So this was a listing of all the places they get nuked. And he goes, "Hey, this is so-and-so," and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, and she goes, "That's good. She said, "I have a question for you. Do you think," I kid you not, "Do you think Portland's going to get nuked?" And I went, "Hold on, I've got the map right here. Yep, it's going to get nuked." "Why do you ask that?" "Well, because every single night, I wake up, and when I wake up, I have a nightmare, and when I wake up, I'm drenched in sweat. It's real." She said, "I'm standing at the picture window of the house, got my baby in my arms, and there's a nuclear blast in the distance, and I wake up right as the windows exploded, and my baby is killed by the flying glass, but shields me from the blast, and my chest isn't full of glass." I said, "Whoa, every night?" "Yeah, every night." I said, "Well, why don't you move?" "Oh, we got a good job, and we got a nice house, and, you know, my husband's got a good job." And I was like, "Okay." You know, do you think maybe Yahweh is trying to tell you something? One gal on the East Coast, I mean, dream after dream, vision after vision of tsunami coming in, and climbing and trying to get up the mountain before the tsunami hits. Well, my husband doesn't have a good job. He would have to have a job before we move. I'm like, it didn't bother me none. I didn't have a job. We just moved. Got to have a job. Got to have this. Got to sell the house. Got to get my retirement first. Got to do this. Got to do that. Abraham was our father in the faith. Yeah, right. Don't give me that crap. I mean, be real. Yahweh told Abraham to move. Guess what? Abraham did. He moved immediately. He didn't go, well, I got to get my retirement. I got to get my blocks together, and I got to get on. This guy owes me some money, and I got to finish this deal, and it'll be a couple of years before I get out of here. Nah, he left because he was looking for something. He was looking for the city whose builder and maker is Yah. So, yeah, don't tell me Abraham is your father in the faith, and Gideon and the hero of the Bible, and David, and blah, blah, blah. He killed Goliath, and, killed the bear, and he killed the lion, and da-da-da-da-da. Because he had faith. Father said, do something, he did it. Gideon, give me some men. Got 10,000. Oh, that's just, no. That's not going to work. I just need men with faith. I don't need a bunch of, losers who don't have enough sense to watch for the enemy. I need guys that'll lap the water out of their hands while they're watching. Yeah. Nah. So, anyway. Yeah, we've been warned, and the judgment's coming. I don't know. I mean, I've had it on my heart and in my head, and it about killed me for so many years that I don't feel like I used to. I've done what I could do. I has did what I has did, and I've tried. I've tried to get people to move. I've tried to get people to wake up. I've tried to get people to act. Not just be a passive. Not just to be passive and just go along to get along, but try to make a difference in the world. Imagine what we could do. Imagine what we could do if we had people with imaginations and will. The cojones to act and to do something decisively. All right, I'm going to pass out if I do this from stronger. This is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Okay, come on, what is going on?